Hi, welcome to Yoga with Dagny. Today we're going to start our practice in a very simple way. We're going to start in a contemplative sort of way in a child's pose. So child's pose is a great stretch for your lower back. It helps everything. It helps calm your mind, calm your body, bring you to center. So the way child's pose is done is you'll widen your knees a little bit, and then you're just going to stretch your arms forward, like walk your arms forward. And you're just going to come forward. You're going to rest your forehead right on the earth, which is going to stimulate your third eye. So the space right between your eyebrows, let that just rest down onto the earth. And just let yourself come into a rest, like you're a beautiful little child there. So just resting there for a moment, begin to find your breath. With yoga, often we're breathing through our nose. So as you inhale, just let your belly fill with breath. Stay right there in your little child's pose. Eyes are closed. Breath is moving. Inhaling, belly expands. Exhaling, your belly contracts down. And I'm just gonna read a little bit about yoga, what yoga is, why we practice it. I'm going to read a little bit from Mr. Iyengar, who is a very famous yogi, was a very famous yogi, from his book Light on Yoga. What is yoga? The word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, meaning to bind, to join, attach, and yoke, to direct and concentrate one's attention on, to use and apply. It also means union or communion. It is the true union of our will with the will of the divine. So it means for us to join our will with the highest that we know, really surrendering ourselves to the highest that we know, which for me, I often think of as love. Um, Love for myself, love for my neighbor, love for nature, love in general. So just really surrendering yourself to the highest that you can imagine, the highest that you know as you breathe. And just letting your mind and your brain soften and moving into your body. And when you're ready, you can come from your child's pose and just kind of come right up onto all fours. All right, so I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see. You're going to place your hands so that they're beneath your shoulders. Your knees should be right beneath your hips. Your knees should be hip width apart. And we're going to do a little cat-cow. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your chin. You're going to lift your chest. You're going to lift your tail. Fill your belly with breath, letting the belly drop. And as you exhale, you're going to carve your tail under, tuck the chin, arch the back, and release. And we'll do a few cycles of that. Inhaling, lifting chin, lifting tail, exhaling, arching the spine. You can add a little back and forth movement with this. Inhaling and exhaling. This is really limbering up your spine. When we move our spine like this, it helps to calm our nervous system too. So it's good if you have anxiety or restlessness or any stiffness in your body. Really aligning your movement with your breath. Good. And then after your next exhalation, we're going to return to a nice tabletop position here. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale and we're going to sweep up our left arm out and up. Big breath in. We're going to exhale. We're going to tuck under the other one, just hovering there for a minute. We're going to move with our breath a couple times. We're going to inhale. We're going to sweep out and up. We're going to exhale. We're going to tuck under. One more like that. Inhaling up. This time we're going to weave right under that armpit. Come all the way down on the shoulder and rest. Belly carves up to the spine. Taking the opposite arm up into the air. If you can tuck it behind your back, go right ahead. And then keep the neck long and soft. Roll the shoulder open. Big breath in. Exhale, releasing that arm back down. Inhaling, unweaving the arm back into tabletop position. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to inhale, sweeping the right arm up. Exhale, tucking it under. Hovering a little bit. Getting the breath really moving. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. One more like that. And one more big breath in. This time we'll exhale, we'll weave it under. Come down onto the shoulder. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulder. If you can creep the other arm up and around, go right ahead. And then opening your shoulder up any amount toward heaven. Stretching, keeping the neck soft and fluid and free. Nice breath in. Exhale, release that top arm down. Unweaving that bottom arm and coming back into a tabletop position. Good. So now we're going to work on strengthening this core. This is very helpful for the lower back. So what we'll do is we're going to take that right leg straight back. Try to get nice and long, one straight line from your heel through your crown. And then you're going to take your left arm forward. Try to keep level in your shoulders if you can. Find your breath here. Take a full, complete breath in and out if you can. It's important not to dump into this wrist. Don't let that take too much. So try to stay light, like you're lifting out of that a little bit. And then placing left hand down, right foot down, finding a nice table, big breath in, and then exhaling through the left. Inhale, stretch the right forward. Get long, get strong. It's called the Superman, super person. So just breathe there in your super person. And then releasing the hand, releasing the leg. Next, we're going to take that into a little bit of a gate pose. So deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to stretch that one straight back again. We're going to find our core first. Find your breath. Good. And then we're going to place that left hand back down. You're going to stack your hips. You can kickstand your foot a little if you want. Plant your right foot. And your hips are stacked, and you're going to stretch your right arm up with a big breath like you're expanding through your heart center. Turn the palm to face down, and then reach up over by your ear. So you're stretching all the way from your right foot all the way through your fingertips. Big stretch. And then inhaling that arm back up to the sky. You can exhale it back down, coming back into your tabletop. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So big breath in, exhale, left back, and right forward. Long and strong in that belly. Your belly goes up towards your spine. Strong, supporting your back. Planting down through the right arm, stacking your hips. Opening up for a nice stretch. Trying again not to collapse into your lower wrist. It's like you're going up and out from your heart in both directions. Palm faces down. Big breath in and then exhaling up and over by the ear. Stretching all the way from the edge of the foot through the fingertips, rolling your heart upward toward the sky. Smiling because you're breathing and you're just so happy to be here right now. Good, and then inhaling that arm back up to the sky. We'll exhale it back down. Widen the knees, coming into a little child's pose. In your child's pose this time, just let your hips rock back and forth a little bit, massaging your lower back a little bit. Good, and then we'll inhale and we'll come on up. And we're just going to do a few seated poses here. So just come right on your butt and stretch your feet forward. And this is staff pose or Dandasana. So press your hands down by your hips and sit up really straight. Reach out from the hips down through the legs so that your thighs are reaching to the earth. Notice any tendency to sit back like this and see if you can just lift your heart up, lift your chest up, and send your shoulders back a little bit. Good. Let's bring the arms out to the sides and just reach out through your fingertips. Roll your palms open to face the sky and then inhale them up. Good. Can you reach right up through those fingertips? Soften your shoulders a little bit. This is hard work just sitting here like this. So make sure you're breathing. Deep breath in and then exhale. Let's take the arms down. Good. Now we're going to take Sukhasana, which is easy pose, cross-legged pose. So you're going to take your left leg and you're just going to take it out to the side and put that left ankle right beneath your right knee if you can. And then do the same with the opposite one. You're going to reach that right ankle beneath your left knee. And just kind of see if you can find equality in both of your sitting bones in a really nice upright seat. Good. And then from here, let's just take our hands, let's interlace them, let's press the palms out and inhale the arms up. Nice big breath in. Good. Slightly bend your elbows, bring your arms back a little further by your ears and exhale, press that sky up and away. Good. Nice deep breath in. On the exhale, you're going to roll your belly toward the left, roll the belly toward the left. Drop your left hand behind you, your right hand to your outer thigh for a little twist. Good. Inhale, grow taller. As you inhale, exhale, twist a little more to the left so that you're kind of looking back behind you a little bit without straining. Keep the breath flowing nice and easily. Big breath in and then exhaling slowly back to the center. Good. Awesome. And then let's change the interlace of our fingers the opposite way. Press the palms out again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, this time we're going right. So you're going to let the belly roll to the right. Let the right hand behind you. Left one to the outer thigh. Inhale, gain more height. Get as tall as you can. Exhale, turn more to the right. Now, can you keep your chest open and broad here? Can you let your belly move back a little toward the spine as you twist? Nice big breath in and then exhale slowly back to the center. Good. And then we're stretching that open for a nice Upavista, wide angle pose here. So see if you can put both legs out to the side. I like to take my hands behind me and push myself forward a little bit. This is going to really open your hamstrings. This, again, is very good for your nervous system if you have anxiety or restlessness. It's also good for your liver. So, if you need any detoxification. And then just see, wow, can I sit up nice and straight? Good. Let's take the arms out to the side. Roll the palms open. Take an in breath. Exhale, turn your belly to the left hand behind, right one to the outer thigh. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist a little more to the left. Big breath in, and then exhale slowly back to the center. Good. We'll take the arms out, roll the palms open, really take them out. Inhale them up. Exhale, right. Right hand behind, left to the outer thigh. Inhale, get vertical. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, twist a little more. Stay open, stay broad, stay here, stay now. Big breath in, growing even more. And exhaling slowly back to the center. Good, and then we'll take one leg in and then the other for Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of your feet come together. Let's just rock back and forth for a minute from sitting bone to sitting bone, lifting your heart, lifting your chest. Good. Nice, and bringing that to stillness. Turn your hands, inhale and lift your chest. Exhale, think about taking your elbow points to the top edges of your mat as you come forward. Now, can you keep your heart up as you do this. Your thighs are moving down toward the earth. Your heart is moving all the way across the room. You're coming forward with a nice long spine, and you're breathing. So each inhalation, you get longer in your spine. And each exhalation, you surrender forward. Any amount. And just feel that beautiful stretch on your inner thighs. Good. Continuing with a nice breath there. Good. And then we'll inhale to come up. And we'll exhale. We'll draw that together. Good. Now coming onto all fours again for a moment. Knees are going to be ever so slightly behind your hips. We're going to curl our toes under. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to lift our hips up. This is our downward facing dog, the famous yoga pose. So as you're in your doggy here, think as if you are an upside down V. Okay, so it's almost like you're being hung by a trapeze thing by your hips, and it's lifting your hips up to heaven. Your hands are sort of pressing your mat forward a little bit, pressing your heart toward your thighs. And you're breathing, your neck is soft, you're letting go in the neck. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale and you're going to look up at your hands. And on the exhale, you're going to let your knees bend, and you're just going to slowly walk forward until your feet land beneath your hips. And then you're just going to hang loosely. So your knees can be bent here, and your head is just releasing. And they like to call this one ragdoll, because you're just letting all of the tension just drain out of your head and shoulders and neck and body, and letting the belly fill with breath, and you're taking in and letting go with just beautiful grace and ease. And you're really connecting to the earth through the soles of your feet. And as you inhale, you're just going to let yourself start to unfold like a springtime flower. So you're going to let one vertebrae just slowly stack upon the next as you slowly come up all the way up. And the very last thing that will rise up is the crown of your head, connecting upward to heaven. And then you're just going to lift your shoulders up to your ears as you inhale, and you're going to exhale them down and back. And we'll just do that a couple times. Lifting the shoulders up, exhaling them down and back. Good, one more time. Good. And then we're just gonna widen our stance a little bit. This is good for your kidney energy. The kidneys are our storehouse of our vital energy. So you're gonna be in like a horse stance a little bit here. Your knees are gonna be slightly bent. And we're just gonna start to turn. And we're gonna tap our kidneys. The kidneys are right at the waist. So you're just gonna gently tap. And you're breathing. And you're twisting. And here we go. Big breaths in and out. And then we're gonna bring a little more to our twist and see if we can tap right up at our upper chest, which is where lung 1 is, which is a major breathing point. So we're gonna nice gentle slaps on lung 1. I'll just show you for a minute. It's like right here that we're aiming for. You can do a soft fist or a little bit of a palm. That's good to increase the breath, and then slowly taking it back to the kidneys. Okay. And bringing that to stillness, we're gonna come into Tadasana, mountain pose, and work a little bit with our balance. So let's just you can either have your feet completely together or slightly apart if together is difficult, but they need to be parallel. And then you're gonna lift your toes up. You're gonna spread your toes out. They call us yogi toes. And you're gonna reach them forward, trying to make a little space between each of your toes if you can. And it's almost like you're growing roots down through your feet that are connecting deep into the beautiful energy of the earth. And from there, you feel like a lift up through your kneecaps, a lift up through your hip points, a lift up through your chest, a lift up all the way to the crown of your head. So you're connecting upward. Your arms are out by your sides, and the energy is just running all the way down through your fingertips as much as you can. This is mountain pose, and you're finding that beautiful place of inner stillness within yourself, where you're just connected to your breath, you're just connected to this moment, and you're at ease. Good. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to sweep our arms out and up, and you're going to join your hands up at heaven, and you're going to get a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. You're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to exhale up and over to the left. Good. So you're going up and over to your left into a half moon. Your heart's rising up to the sky a little bit, and you're equal in your feet. You still have Tadasana feet. Inhale up to the center, switch wrists. Exhale, opposite direction. Roll your heart up, soften through your neck, soften through your jaw. Inhale up. One more time each way. Switch wrists. Exhale, left. Really, maybe go a little deeper this time. Now your feet are still parallel. You're equal in both of them. Inhale up, switch wrists. Exhale, opposite direction. Stay soft in the top of your shoulders if you can. Smile. It increases your face value. Inhale up to the center. Exhale, release those arms. Good. Now we're going to try to balance a little bit. Now, if balance is a challenge for you, you can go and hold a wall a little bit too, because that can help to be next to a wall. But we're going to root down to our right leg, and we're just going to practice lifting the left one up for a minute. And try to get level in your hips. Try to keep your heart lifted up. Stay with your breath. And then what would it be like to bring the leg out to the side? Just see what that would be like. And then back forward. Put that one down. Root down through that left leg this time and lift the right one up. Good. Let's take it out. Let's come back and down. And now we're going to take this into Vrikshasana or tree pose. So there's a few different ways that you can do this. If the balance is really a challenge, you're just going to turn the leg out, and you're going to use your toe to help you balance. Your sole of your foot will go to the opposite ankle. And you can bring your hands to your heart. Good. If that just seems too easy, you can always take the foot to the calf and rest it on the calf. And the third variation, if it feels like you want to really challenge yourself, is to bring the sole of the foot up to the opposite thigh. Good. And then let's interlace the hands, but point your index fingers and then take it up to a steeple grip. Good. Can you press down through the foot, but reach up through your hands and soften your shoulders, gazing ahead at eye level, breathing deeply, stretching it out. And then deep breath in, exhale, release the arms and release the leg. Excellent. And then just letting that go. Good. We'll do the other side. So you're going to reach down, root down through that left side. You're going to externally rotate. Maybe you decide to use the toe on the ground. Maybe you decide to come to the calf. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you feel like trying to see what would it be like to bring that foot up to the opposite thigh and take your hands to your heart. Good. Can you stay lifted in your heart? Maybe you'll take your hands into a steeple grip by pointing your index fingers and interlacing the others and stretching the arm up. Good. And then are you breathing or are you holding your breath? In yoga, we try to always keep that breath moving in and out smoothly. Deep breath in, be here now. Smile, because it feels so good to stretch. And then exhale, release. Release the leg and shake it out. Excellent. So next, we're gonna do a little bit of warrior work. We're gonna just do warrior one, and then we're gonna try to take that into a balance. So I'm gonna show it from the side, because I think that's the best angle. But what we'll be doing here is we're gonna take a big step back with our right leg. And our hips are gonna be facing forward. So, if I were to be facing you, it would be straight on here. And then we're gonna bend the front leg, and I'll show you from the side so you can see. You wanna bend the front leg so that the knee goes right over the ankle if you can. And you're gonna ground through your back leg. And then take your hands behind your back and clasp them. Reach them down and lift your heart up. And keep grounding through that back outer edge of the foot and bending that front knee. Now, if your knee's going beyond your ankle, that means you need to bring that foot forward a little bit more so that you can really stretch a little bit. Good. And once you're really down low and into this and your heart's lifted up, release your arms up. Good. And reach up, offer. This is where we offer ourselves up to the highest that we know with breath. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're just going to spring forward, return our hands to our heart. Release. And then we'll do the other side. So grounding through the right foot, big step back with your left one this time. Square the hips to face forward, ground through the back foot, and bend. Release that front knee. Your chest is going straight forward. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pull them down, lift the heart up. Keep bending the front knee, grounding through the back, and then inhale the arms up. Big breath in, and out. And maybe even, this is a little bit of a back bend, so if you can offer your heart up and back a little bit even. Deep breath in, and then exhale, spring forward. And release the arms. This is where it's going to get tricky. We're going to take it into a balance. All right, so we're going to take a big step back with the right one. Good. We're going to clasp the hands. We're going to lift the heart. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale and bend that front knee for our warrior one. Then we're going to take our torso forward, out, oh, bend that knee. Front knee's nice and bent. Torso comes out over that front leg. And then we're just gonna come up on the tippy top, and we're gonna lift up by straightening that front leg any amount, and just trying to go from here any amount lifting up. And breathing, and that might not work, and that's fine. And then bending the knee, we're gonna come back, warrior one, and step forward. Was that a challenge? We're gonna do the other side. Okay. Deep breath in, big step back. This time with the left. Hips square forward, hands clasped, chest lift, bend the knee. Inhale, come out nice and long and strong. Come up on the toe if you can. And see if you can lift. Lift, 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 lift that leg. You're lifting from the inner thigh of the leg if you can. Breathe. And then when you're ready, bend, step back, lift up, and spring forward. Good. Now it's time to relax, because that was hard work. So coming down again, we're going to come down on our mat. Let's squat for a minute, if you can. I know squatting doesn't work for everyone because of knees, but if you can squat, this is so good for elimination. This, if you get constipation, if you have a hard time letting go of things in life, which we all do at times, it's not easy to let go. This will help. And from there, you can just sit back. Good. And we're just going to come down and we're going to lay down. Lay down on your back. And we're just going to do a little work with bridge for a minute. So see if you can get your heels right in line with your sitting bones. Knees are bent. And then you're gonna press into your feet and you're gonna lift your pelvis up. And see if you can clasp your hands beneath you and come onto the shoulders a little bit. You don't want your knees to splay out too much to the side. It's almost like you're reaching forward with the knees a little bit and lifting that pelvis up. And just take a breath into that. Maybe two. Let's do a couple cleansing breaths. With the cleansing breath, you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth with some sound. And one more of those. Good. And then we're going to release the hands and let the spine slowly come back down, one vertebrae at a time. And then hug your knees right into your chest. Good. So just nice tight squeeze there. Maybe rock from side to side to massage the lower back. Good. And bring that to stillness. We're going to take a happy baby. So with happy baby, you're going to see, can you get hold of the outside edges of your feet? Maybe you can get a hold of your big toes. Either way is good. Maybe that doesn't work and you can just get the backs of your legs if it doesn't work to reach your feet. But either way, we're just going to rock. So it's like the soles of our feet are going up to the sky. There's no tension in our neck. We're massaging the lower back from just gently rocking ourselves back and forth. Just letting that breath just inhabit your belly fully. And because you're a happy baby, you're practicing yoga of the mouth by taking the outer corners of your mouth all the way up toward the tops of your ears. With a big, happy baby smile. Ha ha ha. And then bringing your happy baby into stillness. We'll just hug the knees into the chest again. We're going to take this into a nice supine twist. So keep the right leg hugged into your chest. Extend your left leg onto the floor. And then you can take your right arm out to the side. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, guide that knee across toward the left. Across your midline toward the left. Slowly coming in for a landing, if you can. And your right arm gently reaches back. You can even turn to look to the right if it feels good to do that. Breathe into any tightness in the spine, the lower spine or the hips. Let your heart be broad with breath. When you're ready, you can inhale back to the center and hug both knees up. Maybe reset the spine a little bit, equal from side to side. And then deep breath in on the exhale, holding the left knee into the chest, extending the right leg long. Left arm out to the side, big breath in. Exhale, right arm guides the knee across the midline, keeping the knee above the hip. Come into a nice twist this way. Once you've landed, you can gently reach back with your left arm toward the earth. Maybe turn to look a little toward the left if it feels okay. Use your breath into the ribs. Let the inhalation spread the ribs, make space in the ribs. Let the exhalation carry away any tension. And then when you're ready, inhale slowly back up to the center. Let's take a baby bridge to reset the spine. So again, heels in line with the sitting bones, shoulders rolled under, just lift that pelvis. You don't have to do anything crazy, just a little lift, and then slowly settling it down. And now for our final rest, Shavasana. We're going to stretch yourself out on your mat. See that you're taking up the whole length of your mat. So stretch your legs straight out. Let them be mat width apart. Let them just fall out to the sides so that they're like limp, heavy limp legs. Let your arms be by your sides. Arms should be a little bit away from the body, 45-degree angle with the palms floating up toward heaven. And then just let your shoulders melt. Let any tension in your shoulders just melt into the mat, and let your arms become heavy and your legs become heavy. And just let your eyelids just soften over your eyes so that your eyes are closed. Let your eyes gently gaze downward at your heart through closed eyelids so that your awareness and your attention is resting on your heart. And let your whole heart center just open and soften and melt and open. Let your breath just soften and relax. Let your hips go. Let your buttocks just melt. Your lower back. Your belly. Let your face become soft and translucent. Finding a sense of absolute peace and openness. When you're ready, you can gently move your fingers again, just wiggling your hands, maybe your feet, maybe rolling your ankles a little bit, coming back into the body. And gently bending at the knees. Just take those knees in to the chest to stretch the back one more time. Oh. And gently roll onto your side. When you're ready with an in-breath, you can press up and find a seat. Maybe coming back into a cross-legged position. Maybe your opposite cross that you began with. Bring your hands to your heart, that place of inner knowing and love. And just close your eyes and gently bow your head to your heart. Thanking yourself for showing up. Taking this time for yourself. Connecting to the highest that you know, and maybe making a commitment to bring that into your day or night. Letting the crown go back up to heaven and the eyes gently open. The light in me sees, honors, loves, and salutes the light in each of you. Namaste. See you soon.